Hello, Martin. Hello, Martin.
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
yeah. So Martin, there's a question I want to ask you, but before that, I want you to deal with this. And the question I want to ask you is about the potential consequence that people are raising. That if this is the pronouncement, then the appointment that was made of the person who is in office now is equally unlawful and unconstitutional. So what is that person's locus? The present Auditor General, what is his locus? But the question before that is what Honorable Inus of Seni mentions. The delay. Who caused them?
Okay, Sam, I think to be fair to the Supreme Court, part of it is on them and part also of it on me. Yeah, so there's, when you file, there are processes. The AG will take some time to file, right? And the AG took, and also part is on the Attorney General, yes. So everybody, there's enough blame to go around. So
sometimes the Attorney General, it takes them forever to reply you.
Yes, I remember when we were doing the fight on disclosure, like this criminal disclosure, it took them 8 months. Yeah, the AG, I know they are constrained. The finance minister has to give.
Please don't make excuses for them. Don't make excuses for them.
You have always been
oh well, anyway, we'll leave that. So this one, Sam, part of it on me, part on AG, part two on the court, because when we come to mine, naturally this thing, I was doing a pro bono. I didn't charge legal fees. So though your spirit is willing, there are times, Charlie, you have to slow down on this one and go and earn a living. So that's the truth of the matter. Yes. And then, so the lawyer in Sankuma did what he kept pushing. He said, look, Martin, either you charge fees or you do the work like you've charged fees. So every morning, on the platform.
The team actually got angry with you at a point.
Exactly. Yes, all that. Right. So we all did, but also let's remind this, now that we know that Supreme Court is very open to criticisms. You remember this case, the one about the pink sheet, election 2016, Kofi Benton's case, the Asian versus Attorney General. When the Supreme Court wanted to do it quick, I remember that day, they even asked the lawyers. I think, Sam, you were also part.
No,
they should go into the, you were okay, no, Kofi Benton and Co. That, Sheshe, lawyer Kutampa, Kofi Benton and Co. Yeah, that decision is one of the greatest that we haven't celebrated much. The one on the pink sheet. They told them the judges gave their chambers to the lawyers to go and sit down there, draft the issues, and come out.
That's
and they
right.
did. And then the court went on. So it tells you that when the court wants to move swiftly, the court will move. If for other reasons, the court thinks, it should not be that swift, it's for them. You say, yes. But as I said, for me, Justice Doche made it day in your case when he referred to the unanimous FC case, and he was very accommodating. So it means that, yes, we can reasonably criticize the Supreme Court because they need feedback, not very vicious and vitriolic. If we express ourselves in courteous words with decorum, they will be ready to listen. And Sam, let me add, because remember the context is that Professor Kpebu, he withdrew his case. He fought the Supreme Court very strongly because he said, no, they have to decide it quickly. They have to decide it quickly. They have to decide it quickly. But when the court wasn't doing, then he went and withdrew his case.
So,
on this same
your consequential reliefs that were not granted, remind us, what were they?
Wow. So let's see. We're talking about perpetual injunction. 1 second.
Right.
Let me read them out. So wanted a perpetual injunction to stop the president from ever doing that. But Sam, even before then, you raised a critical question, which I've been thinking about. Once they say the appointment is null and void, it means that the president has to go through the appointment process again.
Okay.
Yes, the B. Let's start with it. The B says a declaration that, and that was granted, it says a declaration that the purported appointment or designation by or on behalf of the president on 30th June 2020 of one Mr. Johnson Ekuamwa Esiedu as acting Auditor General is void and of no legal effect, as the said appointment stands contrary to Articles 71B, 187.3, and 187 clause 7 of the Constitution, as well as the second schedule to the Constitution.
And so this was granted.
The appointment of Johnson is null and void. So it appears the president has to go through the exercise again. Yeah, once it's been declared null and void.
There was no order for his name to be expunged from acting as Auditor General for the period.
Okay, this one, we call it in law res ipsa. Ipsa. The matter speaks for itself. It's very clear that the appointment of Mr. Johnson Ekwe-Amoah-Essiedu is null and void. So the president has to start the exercise all over.
Thank you. That was on the lighter note. But my substantive question to end with you was the reliefs that were not granted. Share them with us again. The ones that...
Okay, so relief D. It says... 1 second. It says that on a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 71, Clause 1, 187, Clause 2, and 297, Clause A of the Constitution, the leave entitlement of the Auditor General is like his salary, a right associated with his office as an independent constitutional office holder, and does not constitute or give rise to an obligation which the Auditor General is duty-bound to assume, or else be compelled to do so at the instance and insistence of the President. Then E, an order of perpetual injunction to restrain the President or his agents from issuing or seeking to enforce on the Auditor General any directive that has a purpose or effect of commanding the Auditor General to take his leave or to surrender any of his powers or functions to another person. Then F, an order of perpetual injunction to restrain the President or his agents from designating or appointing any person as an acting Auditor General to exercise a constitutional power or perform a constitutional function of the Auditor General without authorization from the sole duly appointed Auditor General. And G, any other consequential orders that the court may deem fit.
So these were not granted because of the delay.
Yes, the court said they were moot.
Yes, they had become moot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Martin, thank you. Yes.
Sam, one please, 30 seconds, please. We are begging MTN. They should open our mobile money wallets. Our monies are locked up. I have been blocked. So many millions of people are crying. Please, they should open our wallets. Let's take out our money. Then they can take their SIM cards if they so wish. Because we are really suffering. Yeah.